Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Shaunneka and this is the second practice in our Sunrise to Sunset Summer Yoga series. So whether you're looking for a little nudge to get your day started or you're saying goodnight and you're packing up shop for the evening, these practices are a really great way to find that sweet balance between relaxation and renewal. And the wonderful thing is that you can do both of these practices in the morning and in the evening time. The practice today is a full body yin flow. So normally in a yin yoga practice, we are steeping in the poses between 3 and 5 minutes. But in the practice today, we will be moving through the yin postures. So we're not necessarily staying and basking in them, but you'll be able to find a little bit more fluidity in your practice. So before we get into today's practice, I'm just going to share what I'm drinking, and that is some tart cherry juice with coconut water. And tart cherry juice is really great, really beneficial to have, especially at the end of the day. It helps the body wind down, but also helps to improve sleep. And ideally, you would want to have it an hour or two before you go to bed. So that's what I'm drinking. Maybe you can share your beverage of choice in the comments. Let me know. I always enjoy getting new ideas, just sharing as a community. Other than that, no props required. I hope you enjoy the practice today, and I will see you on the mat. Starting today in a tabletop position, making sure that your shoulders are in line with your wrists and your knees are in line with your hips, and then just tucking the toes under behind you. From here, inhale, belly drops, chin lifts. And exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. Push the floor away, spread the shoulder blades nice and wide. Inhale. Think about pulling the wrists back towards the knees. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. And exhale, round. Two more with your breath. And exhale, round. Let's find one more inhale. And on the exhale, send the hips back towards your heels. And as you're here, keep it nice and active. So again, you're still pulling your wrists back towards your knees. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. So feel that nice stretch in the back of the spine and feel strength in the back. And exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. Shoulders come a little bit beyond the wrists. Tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then slink back. Find that modified child's pose. Two more. Last one here. And exhale, sink your hips back towards your heels. Keep the toes tucked under. Enjoying the stretch here in the feet. Spidering your fingertips out in front of you. And then just gently swaying from side to side. Think about sticking out the right rib cage to the right and to the left. To the right and to the left. From here, bring the knees a little bit wider, untuck the toes, turn the palms to face up, and let the forehead rest. Next, inhale, lift the gaze. Turn the palms so the palms press into the mat. Come forward. onto your forearms. Open the knees a little bit wider, finding frog. So look over your shoulders, make sure your knees are in line with your hips and your toes are pointing in the same direction as your knees. Be here for a few breaths. So avoid any gripping in the inner thighs. Let the belly be soft. Next, inhale, lift the gaze. Come forward right onto your belly. Shimmying the legs in so that the feet are just about as wide as your mat. Prop up onto your forearms for Sphinx here. So again, everything below the waist is nice and soft. Drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears and pull the elbows back towards your hips. Inhaling here. And sigh it out. Lowering the chest to the floor and bringing your hands beside your rib cage. Squeezing your shoulder blades together, squeezing your elbows together. Gently lift the chest. Lift, lift, lift. Look over the right shoulder. And lower. Push back up. Look over the left shoulder. And lower. One more time each side. And the elbows don't have to straighten. Push up, look over the right. And lower. Push up. And lower. From here, bringing your left hand closer to the top of the mat, leaving your right hand beside your rib cage. We're going to roll to the right hip. Straighten that left elbow. And then roll back onto the belly, other side. So right hand comes to the top of the mat. Left hand comes beside your rib cage. And roll up. And feel that stretch. Do it one more time each side. Come back down to the belly. Left hand, top of the mat. Right hand beside your rib cage. Roll to the left side. And come back down to the belly, other side. Right hand to the top, left hand to the rib cage. And gently coming back down onto your belly. Push down into your palms, push yourself all the way up. Tabletop position. From your tabletop position, extend the left leg right back behind you. From here, bend the left knee. You're going to bring the left knee outside of the left pinky finger. Keeping your right toes tucked under. So you'll notice that my left knee is pointing towards the top of the mat. It's not quite a pigeon, but you should feel, or for some of us, feel a nice stretch in the top of the right hip flexor. So keeping those right toes tucked under, you can shimmy from side to side. And really think about drawing your right hip forward and your left knee back. From here, we'll make our way into a pigeon. So simply inchworm your right knee forward, angle your left knee, left foot. So nice long line from your left knee to your left big toe. Inhale here. And exhale to come down onto your forearms. Or all the way down onto the forehead. Next inhale, rise. Walking all 10 fingertips to the outside of the left knee. And you're going to reach, so you're reaching the direction of your left knee. For 3, 2, and 1. Gently walk your fingertips back through center. Lean your weight into your left hip. We're going to swing that right leg up and around for fire log. So you're stacking shin on top of shin. And it's okay if there's a gap between your knee and your foot. You can place a block if you have one handy. Readjust your seat. And before we fold into fire log, we're just going to find a bit of movement. So you're going to lift the right knee and lower. Lift and lower, keeping that right foot flexed. Lift and lower. 2 more. And on that final one, you can settle into the pose here and sprinkle your fingertips behind you to help push your weight forward. Or maybe you bring your fingertips out in front of you. Next inhale, lift the gaze, lean back, palms or your fingertips are pointing towards your feet, and bring the left foot to the floor. So that right ankle is still crossed on the left knee. And if pointing your fingertips forward is uncomfortable, you can point them to the side or to the back, completely up to you. I actually prefer pointing them to the side. You're going to push down into your left foot, push your hips up, and draw your right knee down towards the floor. For 3, for 2, and 1. Gently lower the seat all the way down to the mat. Cross your legs, find that fire log pose once again, and then swing your right leg off to the side so both knees are now bent to the center. Taking your hands and grabbing a hold of your ankles. Inhale to puff up through the chest. And as you puff up through the chest, think about pushing your elbows into the insides of your knees. So inhale. And exhale, round. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. Really pull up on those ankles. And exhale, round. Lifting the gaze, let's close the knees. Roll back into a tabletop so we can do this on the other side. So this time we are going to extend the right leg all the way back. From here, bend the knee, bringing the knee to the outside of the right pinky finger. tucking your left toes under. So your right knee is pointing towards the top of the mat. You can come up onto your fingertips and then think about drawing your right hip back and your left hip forward. Feel a nice stretch on the top of the left hip flexor. You can sway from side to side if that feels good. On the next exhale, let's make our way into pigeon. So just scoot your left knee in and then finding your pigeon with the right knee. So nice long line from the right knee to the right big toe. Square off your hips and then fold down into your pigeon. Maybe you stay on forearms or you come to the forehead. Next inhale, lift the gaze. Come up onto your fingertips and walk all 10 fingertips to the outside of your right knee. And reach. Gently come back through center. Lean your weight into your right hip and swing that left leg on top for fire log. So left leg stacks on top of the right. And before we fold into the pose, we'll just find a little bit of movement. So sprinkling your fingertips beside you, or maybe you're not using your hands, completely up to you. Let's lift the left knee and lower. Lift. Two more. Last one. And lower. And then just finding your version of fire log here. A few deep breaths. Gently rise, bringing your hands behind you. Bring the sole of the right foot to the floor, keeping your left ankle where it is. Pushing down into your palms, you're going to push your hips up towards the ceiling and at the same time drawing your left knee down towards the mat. For 3. For 2. And gently lower. And uncross the left ankle. And we'll come to lay all the way down onto our backs. Bringing your feet as wide as the mat. Reaching your arms up above. Grab a hold of opposite elbows. And then just bringing your forearms so that they're in line with your forehead. From here, again, the feet are as wide as your mat. You're going to drop both knees to the right and pull your elbows to the left. And then push your left hip forward. And nice ring out here. Inhale back through center. Exhale, drop the knees to the left and pull to the right. One more time each side. And reach. One more. And reach. Coming back through center. Release the grip on the elbows if you had it. Drawing the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Gently rock. Let's find double wind relieving pose here. So drawing your knees in towards your chest. You could stay right here or lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Wrap your arms around your knees. You should feel your thighs compress up against your belly. And we're going to squeeze nice and tight for 3, for 2. Take a nice big inhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale. Release. Today, let's bring the soles of the feet to touch. Push your elbows into the floor. Pick up your chest. Draw your shoulders down and away from the ears. And set yourself back down. Finding length and space in the spine and the neck. Let's take one final cleansing breath. And on the exhale, really trying to make it an audible exhale. Take a nice big breath in, fill up to the top. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Gently inviting little flickers of movement back into the body. Wiggling the fingers, the toes. Rotating the ankles, the wrists. Let's reach the arms up overhead for a nice long body stretch. Reach, 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 reach. And on the exhale, just allow your bones to drop heavy. Bend the knees one by one, rolling over onto your side. And cradle the head in the upper arm. And gently push yourself all the way up to a seat. With your eyes closed, just humbly bow your chin in towards your chest. Taking these few moments to set your intention for the day, or to reflect on the day you had. Any moments that stuck out. And gently opening the eyes from here. I hope you enjoyed this yin flow, whether you did it in the morning or in the evening. I hope you feel relaxed and renewed. If you did enjoy it, please like, subscribe, share it with friends and family, and I will see you back here again soon for another practice.